everyone, Zephyr here, and welcome to The Sims 4. Yes, you heard that right, your eyes are not deceiving you. If you've watched my channel before, it might be a little surprising because I tend to post Sims 2 gameplay and speed builds. And I want to make it perfectly clear, The Sims 2 is not going away. It will always be my main Sims game. It's just I've been kind of in the mood to play The Sims 4 lately, and that's what we're doing. And we're actually doing something that I've been wanting to do in the game for a while, and that is creating my own save file. Now, I'm not sure if I'll be documenting this whole process or if I'll be just sporadically updating you guys on my Sims 4 adventures. That will just depend, honestly. But I figured I'd post this video and kind of like test the waters. Because I know like a lot of my audience is just kind of like interested in the older games. Maybe some of you are into The Sims 4 too. This will honestly be one of those videos where I'm going to ask you guys to like it if you are totally okay with the idea of me posting Sims 4 content. I just kind of like want to know what the vibes are. If you guys are okay with it, if you're not okay with it, just let me know. But yeah, this house is a base game only house that I placed down in Willow Creek. It's actually for a sim that I recently created who wants to be a pro gamer, basically. I think I got this idea for a pro gamer because like I've been in my Twitch era. Not necessarily streaming on Twitch. I haven't streamed on Twitch for a while, but I've been watching a lot of Twitch and kind of keeping up with the Twitch drama, you know? I'm pretty sure most of you know that Twitch is a site where people stream themselves and normally themselves playing games, sometimes just talking to the camera. It's just a live streaming service, right? Anyway, there's been this clip going around of a certain like political commentator streamer who made this comment that got clipped and posted to Reddit like almost immediately, saying that streaming like sucks the soul out of you and that other jobs do not suck the soul out of you. Now, obviously the internet saw this and were like, what the fuck, right? Because like streaming is sitting in front of a computer and talking, and then there's people out there like, you know, collecting garbage or like working fast food retail, you know, like in really like stressful like crazy jobs, right? And he's trying to say that like streaming is supposedly soul sucking, and people were like kind of questioning that, right? Like that was the drama. Now apparently the clip was taken out of context and he was actually saying that streaming will like drain your social battery in a way that like other jobs could not, because you constantly have to be on and talking, and you know you're just constantly having to be there and present in your stream, which makes sense to me. But you want to know my hot take? My hot take is any job that you're working can be soul sucking. It can be hard. Like any job out there. Any job where you're spending like honestly 40 plus or even like 30 plus like any time away from your family and friends can just beat you down. It doesn't matter what you're doing. That's my take. Whether it be streaming, fast food, whatever. I feel like I can say that as somebody who's been working in fast food for 10 years. Just like, you know, any job that takes you away from the important things in life can be soul-sucking. That doesn't mean like that you absolutely despise your job or what you're doing, but like I can imagine occasionally being down and worn out because you would rather be spending time with your loved ones than doing your job, and that could be like any job in the world. But anyway, that's my take. We are not in the job Olympics. We don't need to compete about who has the worst job. We're all just on this rock trying to figure things out. We should all be nicer to each other in general, honestly. But yeah, that whole thing has been on my mind. Twitch has been on my mind, so I just decided to make a home for a gamer. That's where my brain has been at. I've actually been thinking of potentially starting to stream again a bit myself. I'm still trying to work out the logistics of it. But I did make cute little panels for my Twitch stream, which I'm excited about. Honestly, I say, like, working out the logistics like I don't know how to stream. I know how to stream. I've streamed before. I just gotta get over the hurdle of, like, anxiety over streaming and actually stream. Like, that's my problem right now. So for this house, I was imagining that one sim lives here. They're kind of, like, new in the tech career, and, you know, they're doing their best to progress in the career and become a professional gamer. Imagining this is their first ever house, I don't know how they got the money for it, but they did. And they tried to make the main living space like very adult like, you know, like mature. But they kind of like brought in a lot of stuff from their teenage bedroom for their actual bedroom in the house, because, you know, they're on a budget. Like they can't really renovate their space that much. They spend most of their money on the main living space. So I just wanted to make it clear that that was the vibes I was going for. I like having a little storyline when I'm building these houses. And like I said, I already made the sim for this house, so like I knew what I was making as I was building this. Like I had a goal, and that always makes me more passionate about building. So I was originally thinking that I was gonna make Willow Creek, Oasis Springs, and Newcrest all base game for this whole renovation process, but I kind of threw that out the window. It is still gonna be like limited packs. Like I think I'm only gonna use seasons, pets, maybe Parenthood. I find base game in The Sims 4 really limiting, and honestly, like, this is not an insult to The Sims 4, because like The Sims 3 has the same issue and The Sims 2 has the same issue. Sims 3 maybe to a lesser degree, because I find the color wheel kind of helps, but like I find that the base games of The Sims tend to be very, very basic. There's not a lot of items in the base game. And the problem I'm running into when it comes to The Sims 4 also is the fact that the base game actually came out in like 2014, and a lot of the objects are kind of like not the best looking, and kind of they clash with like the newer objects I've been seeing in the game. So I just need more variety to decorate my Sims houses, and I'm gonna be using some packs for this save file. I'll still attempt to upload like some base game homes and community lots, but like I don't want to limit myself too much, because like I find the newer objects in this game like way better. So maybe I will end up using a new expansion pack or two during this whole process, because like Cat Seasons and Parenthood are kind of older anyway, so maybe I do want to use the new expansion pack. Yeah, I think I'm changing my mind in the middle of this voice recording. That happens. But then again, I don't want to use an expansion pack that actually includes a world, because like I kind of want to, once I finish this whole like process and have my own save file, I kind of want to just like play kind of like a legacy style gameplay, and unlock worlds as the family grows. So like generation 1 will only be like base game, seasons, and pets, and like generation 2 maybe I'll throw in like whatever I feel like playing, whatever makes sense to the story, maybe like Strangerville or high school years, university. Like that's kind of like the vibe I'm looking for. But I don't know. We'll see. I actually can never make up my mind, and it's an issue. Oh, I wanted to talk about something that happened like a couple weeks ago. I had visited my boyfriend, right? He lives like 3-4 hours away. Whenever I go over there or he comes here, we tend to stay in hotel rooms, and we were at a hotel that we had stayed at before. And they had upgraded our rooms because I guess they ran out of the rooms I booked. So we were in a hotel suite that had like a little bedroom area, and then the living rooms, they were separated. So there was like a doorway between the two rooms. And the first night I was there, I was sleeping, right? And I had just gotten like some kind of like not the best news, right? Like everyone's fine, but it was like not the best news. So I was a little stressed. And sometimes when I'm stressed, it kind of leads to nightmares. So that night I was sleeping, and I swear I never had anything like this happen before. I opened my eyes, and we didn't close the doorway to separate the two rooms, and I see this like shadow figure between the two rooms, like standing there staring at me. So I start kind of like freaking out. It's not my boyfriend, he's like right next to me. He's like, what? And I'm like, oh, I think I'm having a nightmare, because I think it was genuinely a nightmare. But like I've never had an experience where I went to bed somewhere new and then dreamt about that location. Like normally, I'm dreaming about places I've been to like years ago, but I never dreamt about like a new location like that. The night I arrived, so it was kind of like a freaky experience because it like seemed so real, even though like when it happened, I processed it as a nightmare. But I feel like if my boyfriend hadn't been there, I would have been freaked out. I would have assumed it was like a shadow person, a ghost, and I probably would have been down at the front desk like crying because it was creepy. And back in the day, I used to watch a lot of ghost shows, and I still watch a couple ghost shows, honestly. But back in the day, I used to be way more into the paranormal. And, like, I've heard a lot of stories of people being at hotel rooms and seeing things. And now I'm starting to wonder if it wasn't necessarily ghosts. It was just their imagination. And the fact that they were at a location they believed to be haunted. And their dreams just screwing with them, you know? I still believe in ghosts. Like, I've had an experience that kind of, like, confirms the presence of something being out there, to me, anyway. But, I think a lot of it is psychological as well. But anyway, we are getting towards the end of the video now. We are gonna be going into some screenshots in a moment. But if you guys liked it, please give it a like. Like I said, I'm testing out the waters when it comes to posting Sims 4 on this channel. If you are absolutely against it, let me know. But like I said, it won't be my main game. My main game is The Sims 2, and pretty much will probably always be The Sims 2. Like, I've been playing this game for, like, close to 2 decades now. Like, I haven't wavered. It's okay. I can play other games besides The Sims 2. I'm probably overthinking this. But anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.